ready?
Ready.
Okie doke.
Okay. Heads. Heads.
So,
We'll have a bat.
okay, how does this normally play?
Well, you don't play much cricket on this ground, but I don't know actually how it's going to play.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So you think it might turn a bit though? It looks a bit that way, doesn't it?
It looks a bit it might turn. It might grip as well. I don't think it's going to be a wicket where the ball's going to come onto the bat. You can see if you put your spikes in, the surface comes off. So it might stop a bit, and it even help the seamers also, you know, because if they hit the length, it might stop.
Decided to bring Yuvraj in. What's the reasoning there?
Yeah, he's a very good player. He's done well against Australia. He'd been out of form for a couple of games, so the selectors have decided to rest him so that he could get tougher and come back. And we've always had tremendous ability, tremendous confidence in his ability, and he's a plus on the field.
Right.
So,
and your batting order? You opening the batting?
Yeah, I'm still opening. Yeah.
Okay, good luck then.
Thanks.
Steve, what do you make of this pitch?
Well, I probably could do with a bit more rolling. It looks pretty soft and it'll break up. No doubt it'll take turn. I think it'll be hard for batting.
Yeah. What about the humidity? How are the guys coping with that?
Oh, pretty good, mate. It hasn't been too bad, actually. We've had tours here. It's been a lot hotter, so it's actually been quite pleasant.
Yeah. And Damien Fleming left out for this game. He's been in pretty good bowling form, hasn't he?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's always hard to know what sort of makeup to go in with this sort of wicket, but it looks like I think the sort of spinners and part-time bowlers could be handy. The slower you bowl here, I think it'll be the better.
All right, good luck then.
Thanks.
All right, well, we had a great decider in the Test series, and hopefully we'll have a tremendous decider here in Goa. Sourav Ganguly has won the toss, and India will bat first.
Strong Indian side. They made just one change, and that was Yuvraj Singh, who played so well in Nairobi in the ICC Knockout Trophy, but has been out of form since. He comes in to replace Robin Singh. Ganguly, will he open again? Plenty of discussion that he should. Sachin Tendulkar, what great form he is in, as is VVS Laxman and Rahul Dravid. Then the youngster Badani, who looks a good player as well, down to the bowlers. So India, pretty strong and desperate to win this match here at Goa. For Australia, Matthew Hayden and Adam Gilchrist. What an explosive opening pair they are. Ponting, 100 in the last match, but still generally out of form. Michael Bevan, one of the world's great one-day players. Steve Waugh, and then strong batting with Lehmann, Simons and Harvey before the bowlers. So Australia in very good form there with their players. Let's go to the first ball of the match now. The fifth and final match. The winner wins the tournament. It's Glenn McGrath bowling to Sourav Ganguly.
Here comes McGrath for the decider in what's been a great series between these two teams.
In the air and just wide of second set, goes to the boundary. First ball and Ganguly is off the mark. McGrath got the edge, Ganguly got the fence.
A wry smile by Glenn McGrath. Good line again. Man out of form. Just a shade outside the off stump, opening the face with the bat with two slips in position. A risky shot to play, but that's what he needed. 4 runs on the board. He loves to score in boundaries. He's got off the mark.
Oh, atmosphere is sensational. Just 2 men on the leg side. The man at widest mid on, that's Lehmann, and down at fine leg. Tony Greig made the point that he thought the rotation system had gone out the window. Well, I would have thought the rotation system is in, because Australia has made 3 changes today. Out is Damien Martin, Shane Lee and Damien Fleming, and in Darren Lehmann, Andrew Simons and Ian Harvey.
And just the one change in the Indian team. Robinson goes out to make way for Yuvraj Singh.
Around the wicket, McGrath. Nice and solid, Ganguly. So all Ganguly really has to do, he's got a man at the other end who is in scintillating form in Sachin Tendulkar. Not only scintillating form, but great run-scoring form as well at such a wonderful rate. But all Ganguly has to do is play his own game. Very much like Ponting did in the last match in Vizag with Matthew Hayden. Ponting terribly out of form, like Ganguly. And he made 100 simply because he just played and allowed the other man to do all the scoring. That's all Ganguly has to do. Let Tendulkar do the work.
He's looking good out there. Ganguly, a good, positive front foot defensive shot. He's an exceptional one-day player who's had some tour scores in this series. 6-4, 0-9. But here's a big opportunity. He's got runs in the finals of tournaments. And what a setting it is to come back into form.
Full house. And Ganguly again, the ball really hitting the bat. So Ganguly already looking a little bit better than he has in the previous series. McGrath, been Australia's premier bowler for a long time, been a very good wicket-taking bowler in this series. Sometimes on these grounds, small, fast grounds, the number of runs conceded belies how well a person bowls. So McGrath, he's taken a bit of stick from Tendulkar. Tendulkar really has targeted the Australian fast bowler, but to all the other batsmen, he's bowled particularly well. So Ganguly survives the first over. It was a boundary off the first ball. It's 4 without loss.
Bracken.
So Tendulkar is one of the keys. What a player he is, and what a player he has been in this series, Sachin Tendulkar. Opening the batting, giving himself a target of batting for at least the first 40 overs, and then perhaps playing some shots. I think he's being very modest to suggest that he's waiting 40 overs before he plays a few shots. We've seen some magnificent batting from Tendulkar. Strike rate of 122 in this series. And that's why a regulation half volley, and Tendulkar just caresses it to the cover fence.
He's got them on their feet. The placement here is excellent. The ball was right up there to be driven, but a very strong offside field and that very narrow gap between short extra cover and covers. And he found that gap to perfection.
McGrath bowling his second over, bowling to Tendulkar. Quite a conventional field now, just a slip, the man at short cover. And an offside field that's pretty strong, but you don't want to bowl Tendulkar anything that resembles a half volley. So the pitch had a bit of moisture on the surface this morning, and it's quite a moving pitch. Nice bowling. So just a little bit of give in the pitch. There was a game of football or soccer for the Australian supporters played here just 3 weeks ago. It's a wonderful surface, and the pitch just having a little bit of movement in it, which suggests that it may break up this afternoon. So that's why Ganguly has decided to bat first.
This is the Nehru Stadium in Fatorda, in the area of Margao in Goa. Excellent outfield.
Half volley. You can't bowl half volleys to Tendulkar. Nathan Bracken tried it. So Glenn McGrath thought I'd do it as well.
Yes, this pitch has a tendency of getting the ball to stop a little bit. It was pitched right up there for Tendulkar. Not exactly a half volley, but pitched quite full. Just holding on Tendulkar. One of the reasons that the ball was in the air for a while, you can see that adjustment that Tendulkar had to make because of the lack of pace from the pitch.
Bracken back into the attack, bowling to Tendulkar. Ganguly at the other end has had a very poor series, and his mode of dismissals probably suggests that. Just slashing it into the hands of short cover, dragging on with no footwork. Then trying to go the other way and smash his way into form. That didn't work. And again, short cover. So very soft dismissals by the Indian captain. And yet today he looks a lot more solid. First ball got the outside edge, went to the boundary. But today, from that moment, he's been very solid. His footwork's been good. He's gone forward to the balls up. And that's the first ball of the match. And did that get the crowd in a frenzy?
Just watching those dismissals, it's quite interesting to see a man's strong point turning out to be a weakness. Such a strong player on the offside, but every dismissal that we saw was while he was playing on the offside.
Leg side. His placement on the leg side is exquisite, Tendulkar, and he may get a boundary. He does. No, McGrath might have done well, or was he over the fence? But the umpire won't know. McGrath hasn't helped him out with the signal. Tendulkar is looking at McGrath. Now, hopefully McGrath knows what he's done. Very close to the little boundary fence. So did he stop it? Looks pretty good there. McGrath did very well.
The umpire is just waiting for a confirmation. It was pretty close. Did that foot touch the boundary line when he touched the ball? The dragging of the ball is quite clean. You can see the fingers coming down there, but the foot, while it does that, has it touched the rope? It's not really a rope this time. Just that boundary.
Just 2-run signal, so McGrath did well. Tendulkar's been looking at the bottom of his bat now for a couple of matches. There doesn't appear to be anything wrong with the rest of the bat. But he has been giving the toe of the bat a fair looking over. In the air, and Australia's got the first breakthrough, and what a breakthrough. Nathan Bracken into the side for Damien Fleming, and what a wicket for the Australians, and this sellout crowd has stopped.
As always, a stunned silence when this happens. Short of leg delivery angle away from the right-hander, trying to play on the up, getting a thick edge, and a good catch by the wicket-keeper.
Well, Ganguly's got it through the men on the offside. Lovely shot up on his toes. Steve Waugh has that field set for Ganguly's square of the wicket shot, but he's been able to get it through the gap. This might be a very good sign for the Indian captain. He might be just finding some of that form.
Absolutely, Hooksy, and this shot will give him a lot of confidence. A strong offside feel, and in spite of that, a shot played without any risk and piercing that gap between those two fielders.
Oh, and pretty close.
And Steve Waugh was the man closing in there from that cover position. And this was touch and go. Ganguly wanted the single. He was quick to call Lakshman. And that was the problem Steve Waugh had. He picked the ball up with the left hand and then had to transfer it to the right. That's gave Ganguly that extra second.
Well fielded. Nicely timed. Well fielded. It's 27 for 1. Watchfully played away on the offside again. They've got to be a bit careful of this running between the wickets too. They'll be looking to jump on every opportunity. Have a look at this. They come in almost as if they're stalking. And then the ball's played away, and in goes one of the fieldsmen. Their little flick at the stumps. That is Steve Waugh. It was just wide of the stumps. Oh, that's uppishly flicked away. No gully there. Well, if you've got no gully and it's flicked away in the air, then you don't deserve the wicket, I suppose. Fair to say. He does tend to open the face a little bit. It'll be very interesting to see how Harvey goes here, because he does have a very good change of pace. So Bracken has done very well. He's completed 5 overs. He went for 5 in the first one, 2 runs in the second, and gone Tendulkar out. Only a single off his third, then he bowled a maiden, and then only 1 run in his fifth. So you can't ask for more than that. Oh, good shot, beautifully played. That is the most sensational drive. To play a cover drive like that all the way along the ground on a slow pitch is really, really tremendous talent. Have another look at this shot.
Now this shot from Lakshman exudes class. Fantastic timing, and this is the shot of the morning so far. What's the balance here? Leading into it, nice still head. And not trying to hit it too hard. It's not an easy surface to really get the timing right. You've got to stay in there for a while. That's superb stuff.
Saxon would have been proud of that one, I got to tell you. So would Don Bradman. In the air, down to third man. This will be cut off. Oh, yes, well fielded down at third man. Harvey coming across there. That looked as if it was going to be 4.
Yes, good effort in the deep from Ian Harvey. That ball was travelling quickly.
Down the wicket he goes, over the top goes Ganguly. He started to turn it on, into the fence for 4. Saurav Ganguly is back.
Now this is a predetermined shot. He's decided to put pressure on the bowler with the very first delivery of the over. And he's chipped down the track, he's given himself room. The good thing there that his head was down and still when he played it.
Nicely played again, lovely late cut. More confidence there from Ganguly. Well, Robbie, I don't know if you noticed, but he's taken a leaf, I think, out of Steve Waugh's book, or should we say a hanky. He's got a little red handkerchief sticking out of his right pocket there.
Yes, could be the good luck charm, and there's been a lot made about Ganguly and how the Australians have got under his skin. I just get the feeling that it's the other way around. He's got under the skin of the Australians more than anything else. Yes, he's not got runs. You know, his attitude has been a problem, as reported in the media. I guess people have overreacted at times.
Great shot from Laxman. Oh, good fielding too. The Australians are throwing themselves at everything. I think Warren got a hand on that one. That slowed it down enough. And then Bevan at mid-on, scampering around did the rest.
Again, the timing's so good. He's such a good onside player, VVS Lakshman. Very risky when he plays in that area.
Yes, there's no doubt that it's going to be slow. So what sometimes happens is that the bowler bowls it a bit faster. That's what the bowler can do to counteract this. Let's have a look at this one. Hits him outside the off stump and going straight on. So no chance of an LBW there. Oh, he's hit that one down to mid-wicket. They're going to get after Warren. They're going to go for him. That's 4. Right across the line with the spin, sure. But there's no way they're going to let Warren settle in here.
Yes, and especially when he doesn't have a deep mid-wicket. He's bowling inside the first 15 overs, so the fielding restrictions apply. Ganguly is going to take his chances. And he's picked a spot here. There's no one in the deep, so all he wants to do is really clear that fielder at mid-wicket.
Oh, he's hit that one down a square leg. Ganguly is off to Warren. He had a bit of luck in the, I think it was the second ball, but those were 2 good shots.
Well, the crowd coming to life here, and once again a very good shot from Saurav Ganguly. This is the first one, didn't quite time it, but no problems with the second one. There's no one at deep mid-wicket, no one at deep backward square leg. This is a good safe hit. And as a result of those 2 boundaries now, a man is dropping back into the deep. But good cricket here by the Indian captain.
India 64 for 1 at Drinks. The captain fighting really hard in this knock, trying to produce a decent total for India. And I think that target today is going to be set much lower than in previous matches. The man at long on, but it's going to go way over his head.
This is the Ganguly of old. On a not so good batting pitch, effortlessly lofting the leg spinner for a big 6. Then picks up a single. Ganguly looking good and now beginning to look dangerous. Partnership worth 50 now. 55 it is exactly. Bottom hand into it with the spin. Got the elevation into the crowd.
Well, that's the way to bring up a 50 partnership. It's a good shot because it was the skidding delivery that goes straight on. Ponting has hit them. They should get an extra run here.
Ponting has still got his hands in the air. The umpire not keen on going for the third umpire. There were actually two men looking to cover that throw, but because it hit the stumps, this went into the direction where there wasn't any fielder. The batsman had made ground comfortably. Not good cricket by Ponting.
He's beaten mid-on, and that'll be away to the boundary. Picked the slow ball pretty well on that occasion.
Well, he got it at last. He was looking to play a big shot in that area, especially behind the bowler and that area behind mid-on. The slow ball just helped matters. Picked on the full. India not really middling it, but the intentions were pretty clear. And now the mid-on has dropped back.
The man at deep point. They're pushing for two. Very good throw from Lehmann, but Ganguly grounding the bat.
Well, he's on 49, but he raised his bat thinking that he's got his 50. So maybe that scoreboard on the ground suggesting that Ganguly's got his 50. Bat raised and looks heavenwards.
Shout from Warne. Well, not many of the people down our end of the ground would know what's on the scoreboard because they can't see it. The scoreboard is saying that Ganguly's on 50. We tend to disagree with the official scorers. And they've got Laxman 19. We've got Laxman 20. I'll back our statistician Max Kruger any day of the week. Straight and well hit.
Well, it took a while coming, but it's come at last for Ganguly. He's 50 for sure now. And what a hit this one is. Again, the ball pushed through. They got underneath so well. Another one for Ganguly. Might not go all the way. Bracken giving it chase. It does. So a 6 followed by a boundary. And Shane Warne is struggling out there. A good clean hit. Straight down the pitch. The ball that was pushed through in the air. Oh, that was good to watch. Straight onto the hoarding. It got stuck there on the eye and prompted the bowler to pitch that one a bit too wide.
Chance here for Harvey. And the umpire is asking for a replay. It should favour the batsman because Gilchrist had to pick up the ball and whip the bails off. Generally, the batsman covers a bit of territory while that's happening.
Subroto Porel is the umpire. It's called for the TV replay. Ball collected pretty low. And as Ian Chappell said, because he had to collect it and then drag it onto the stumps, it's always the batsman who gains the advantage. Quite the case here as well. So Ganguly survives. As we'll see the green light on there, it is 97 for 1.
Oh, and no ball called. He certainly nicked it, and it certainly went to glove, but no ball was called. Well, I thought I heard no ball called. Yes, he's come up there, obviously signalled very quickly.
So there's the front foot going over the line, according to the umpire. And then a bit of bounce at the other end. May have got the glove, in fact. The glove of Ganguly and the glove of Gilchrist.
Hit that one into the gap nicely. That's the sort of shot he's been playing. Control. Not trying to hit it too hard. Doesn't mind accepting the single. Yes, this is that no ball again. Flying away. It certainly bounced a little more than we've seen so far. Straight down the ground. Beautiful shot. Magnificent straight drive. Well, it was a little bit uppish, but it was struck so sweetly.
I think it had to become uppish to get around towards the mid-on area. It was on off stump just outside, so pretty hard to get that ball along the ground. But he knows the mid-on was wide. Lovely strike of the ball. Easy hit. And now mid-on has gone out onto the fence.
He's hit that one square on the leg side. That's going to go for 4 as well. Well, he's certainly taken a few chances today, but that's the way he plays.
Steve Orr said at the toss that he thought the part-time bowlers would be suited for this sort of pitch. Well, they've run into Ganguly, a player they wouldn't have expected to run into today. He's probably taking just a fraction more risks than he needs to, but at the moment, he's getting away with it and hitting important boundaries.
Oh, gently little nudge away down to third man. Yes, I suppose what he's really got to be careful of is throwing his wicket away here now, because if he continues like this, then they're going to get themselves a really good score. Oh, inside edge for 4. It's gone off the inside edge for 4. Well, if you bowl round the wicket, Glenn McGrath looking up towards the heavens, looking as if he's pleading for help. But if you're round the wicket, the angle is going to take it in that direction.
Hindus have 3,000 gods. Not sure which one he is appealing to there, Glenn McGrath. Just a little bit slack in his footwork there, Ganguly. Maybe he is a lot more weary than what we think. Maybe he's a little bit tired and distressed. It's very hot, very humid.
Oh, it's in the air. This is going to be out. He's got him. He's got him. And Ganguly asking the question as to whether it should be a no ball. The square leg umpire says that's out. Ganguly actually turned around. Now then, the umpire is saying, off you go. You've been given out by the square leg umpire. So Ganguly there, surprised by that short ball from Tendulkar. The question really is, was it over his shoulder in his normal standing position? And I think that it was probably around about, well, about shoulder height. Let's see.
It's in your standing position, and he's probably got a fair case to argue, Ganguly. He's certainly off the ground now. He was off the ground with his knees slightly bent. Not an easy one for the umpire to decide.
Righto, so it's 121 for 2. Ganguly has been given out in controversial circumstances. Dravid is the new batsman, and he's on strike now. Glenn McGrath has made the breakthrough. Oh, what a good shot from Dravid. What a way to get off the mark. He has blitzed that through the onside field for 4. Now it's the vice-captain who means business. Righto, well, let's just go back to this wicket. I want to use the telestrator here. Basically, what Ganguly was saying is that that one was above shoulder height in standing position. Now watch this. The ball is on its way up, don't forget. There it is. You can see it's moving upwards. And as we roll this on, you'll see how it's going upwards, climbing, just beginning to level out. But it's hit him there. The ball really is going through there. Right, so there it is. The ball going through there. There is shoulder height, and so the way I see it, and his feet, don't forget, here are off the ground, so really this here is out, but that up there is not out. So basically, Ganguly, I think David has a case.
Yes, he has. Whether you should remonstrate with the umpire on the ground is a different argument, but certainly under the strict letter of the law, you would say that he was not out.
Oh, beautifully played away on the onside. Now it's Laxman. That's 4. That's wonderful timing. VVS Laxman whipping that one away on the onside for 4. Well, I think you'll probably find now that he is going to take over where Ganguly left off.
It's such a difficult shot, the on-drive through mid-wicket. We've seen 2 classic examples in the last 2 or 3 deliveries. First of all, Dravid to get off the mark was a beauty, and Laxman has matched it. And the law, quite simply for the Ganguly dismissal, says that if a ball passes or would have passed above the shoulder height of the striker standing upright at the crease, either umpire shall call and signal no ball. So certainly would have gone above his shoulder if he'd been standing still in that position there he is now, you would have thought.
Yes, the umpires have got it wrong, I'm afraid. Ganguly was definitely not out. Yes, this is just a slightly different angle on it. There we are. You can see it's way over his head. In fact, probably would have hit him in the face, and he was actually about 2 inches off, perhaps even 3 inches off the ground. And there it is, and up she goes. And of course, he did pause there, looked at the umpire, but the umpire said keep going.
But Ganguly asked both umpires, well, where did it pitch? Where was it going? But he accepted the umpire's decision there. Nothing wrong with that. He had just asked the question. You could argue whether he should have even asked. But once he asked it, he was quite happy to nod and walk from the field.
Oh, he smashed that square for 4. Don't bowl short to VVS Laxman. He'll rip you to pieces. Magnificent shot onto his back foot, even had time to watch it on the middle of the bat.
Gee, you can bowl short at Laxman if you're Brett Lee, but if you're bowling lollipops, then you are giving the man in great form just a free boundary.
That's at 50 for VVS Laxman.
VVS Laxman has shown the same sort of consistency as Matthew Hayden has for Australia. And he's really been an important man in this Indian team.
Well, as we said earlier, good partnership for India, although this fall is there in the scoring rate, but because this pitch is not easy for a new batsman to come and straight away dominate proceedings, what it will allow the Indians is the comfort of a few wickets in hand when they go into the last stage of the match.
What a shot. He's hit that in the middle of the bat. One bounce for 4. Magnificently played. Don't bowl short to VVS Laxman. There is only one result.
He's looking to push through. Darren Lehman, his left-arm spinners, fell short on that occasion, but the placement was excellent. There was that man in the deep to be beaten, and he did that well. Played it square of the wicket, and in doing so, he found that gap between dip wicket and long on. That's 4. Great effort by the fielder, but the timing of Laxman, the winner. 188 for 2.
Oh, what a shot. What a magnificent shot. Through the covers for 4. Using his feet down the wicket to Shane Warne. Smashes it through the covers. VVS Laxman now has 80.
Well, all those people out there in the stands saw this happening in Kolkata in that test match. Now they're getting to see it live. VVS Lakshman in full flow. Stepping out, driving through that very narrow gap between the two fielders. Along the ground all the time, and great timing behind that one.
Oh, there he goes again, mid-wicket, another four. Into the boundary. Well, he is playing superbly. What a tragedy these guys aren't going to Sharjah. What a tragedy. The only people to be happy about that is the whole of Pakistan. They are playing great cricket. Whipped away on the onside again. The run rate is up to 2.59. Sorry, 5.29. This is the delivery they're carrying on about. It's fired down the leg side and just flicked the pad. He made them re-bowl it. Short delivery, pulled away. Four more. Boy, what a place to be. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Goa has come alive. Oh, well played. Short delivery. Stands up and says, please hit me. And, well, when that happens to Laxman, invariably he does. Lovely shot.
Been an amazing boundary flow for VVS Lakshman. His 6th boundary in such a short time. He had 5 of 11 deliveries.
Laxman on 96, Dravid 31. The partnership 97 of 95 balls. Oh, he's hit that one straight to mid-wicket. That's the end of Dravid. Whacking it away. I think he had to go, really, trying to get it over the top, and nicely taken at mid-wicket. So, Dravid putting the team first, going for the boundaries. This is how it happened.
Dravid was steady until this. Trying to hit it a bit too hard, head falling back, and in the end scooped a simple catch to Steve Waugh. But a good hand by Dravid. Gone for 31 and India 218 for 3.
Oh, he's missed it. It's gone straight through Steve Waugh. Back for 2, that's 98. Well, he's done it again, Steve Waugh. Almost every match.
It's a side that you're getting accustomed to. The ball going through Steve Waugh. Mind you, an extraordinary fielder, good catcher. But this is something the Australians also joke about, where the ball completely beats Steve Waugh, goes through everything for runs. Couple on that occasion.
Down the ground, he'll get one. That's 99. Boy, if I had him, I'd have been charging down that pitch. Just in case there's a fumble. Who knows? He's settled for one. I think he's getting pretty tired. That's it. That's his century. Steered away through the offside. VVS Laxman has played a magnificent innings here in Goa. He's scored his first one-day international century. A century that'll be remembered in this neck of the woods for a long, long time.
The first 100 that we've seen at the Nehru Stadium here in Fatorda. And VVS Lakshman has already made a huge impact in the test matches for India, making his first mark in one-day cricket.
Well, that's a rather lucky one for Dhoni, but he'll take it.
You can do that when you've got plenty of wickets in hand, and that's what India have at the moment. Ian Harvey's not too pleased, but just flay the bat at the ball, no chance of getting caught behind. And then it's just a matter whether the third man can get around, and on this occasion, Darren Lehmann back into the side after a slight hamstring strain means that he couldn't make it.
Here's a chance for Gilchrist. Batsmen have crossed, and Gilchrist takes the catch. So a century for VVS Laxman, his first one in one-day internationals, and it's been a magnificent innings.
Yes, and he'll get, quite rightly, a standing ovation from this huge crowd here in Goa. Just trying to slog it, in effect, really. Just slicing it up. Easy catch for Adam Gilchrist. So Laxman goes from the ground, a very weary man, you would suggest, just indicating how tiring it is out there. For 101, he's 230 for 4.
Yuvraj Singh, the new batsman. The players did cross, so it'll be Badani on strike. And he's been bowled, so a double breakthrough there for Ian Harvey. First of all, he got VVS Laxman, and now he's got Badani.
Well, Australia are back in this game in just a space of 2 deliveries. How it can change. So the second last ball of Harvey's 9th over presented him with a wicket of VVS Laxman. Then next ball, the batsman had crossed, Badani on 7, just missed the full toss. So Australia now, we've got new men at the crease, and they will have for the next 6 overs. So good news for Australia, it's 230 for 5.
Good athlete, Harvey, and also probably plays a bit of Australian rules as a youngster.
Well, both batsman and bowler were trying to find their space there. Harvey acknowledged in the end he was sorry, but Yuvraj Singh doing a very good job just staying between the ball and the stumps with his body. Harvey could only run through him or try and pick the ball up. So Singh goes straight back. Excellent. Harvey acknowledges that he's sorry. Nathan Bracken has been very good the last 2 games. Got Tendulkar out both matches. Left arm over the wicket.
Well, in Pune, when Australia chased successfully, India lost their way in the last few overs, and it would appear that the same thing is happening here.
Darren Lehmann asked to bowl.
It's really struggling to come to grips with the variations that Ian Harvey's coming up with. Chance at long off. Shane Warne got his hands to it but couldn't hang on to it. Made a lot of ground. Actually did very well to get there.
Yes, there's no thought in Shane Warne's mind to let it bounce and save the single, save the extra run. He was after the catch. Very good job to get where he got. Funny old shot. Warne running a long way. Just had it and then just lost it. But just losing it's enough.
Well, difficult stumping chance, but nevertheless an opportunity.
Fast the ball from Simons, and when it's full like that, it just hits the pads and then went off onto the stumps.
Well, this time the umpire has called for the videotape replay. Looked to me like that previous one, the batsman just got his bat down in time after the ball bounced back off the stumps.
This is the previous delivery, the one that the umpire has called for. Well, no problems there. A foot behind the line, even though it's quite dusty and dirty. A clay-type surface here in Goa. Good work from Gilchrist following the previous delivery.
Well, batsmen really having their problems with Andrew Simons. 3 men out on the onside, covering the boundary.
Out. Simon's last 3 overs have gone for 1, 5 and just 2 off this over so far. This is the one that nobody appealed for. Bat in the air and bails off and no appeal. Don't tell me the Australians have finishing the tour off on a good sportsmanship note.
Yuvraj really has lost the plot here. He's missed more than he's hit.
And the worst thing that could happen now is that he gets frustrated and decides to try and have a big whoosh at the ball. Still 5 wickets in the shed. Just needs to get bat on ball and get himself a couple of runs unless he hits it directly to a fieldsman.
Well, that's a handy one. It's going to race away to the boundary.
A tough situation for a captain as to where he places his third man. On slower pitches, traditionally you have these third man a lot squarer, but I just feel that with the left arm over the wicket fast bowler to a man who's not hitting the ball in the middle of the bat, then perhaps the third man could be a lot finer. He's not going to play a cut shot unless Bracken bowls a short delivery, which he's not trying to. So maybe he just needs a little bit finer.
This time he's got it nearer the middle of the bat. That's more like the Yuvraj Singh we saw in Kenya.
Had a wonderful tour in Kenya last October. Been out of sorts since then. And the first few balls that he faced showed why, but this one's a pretty nice clean hit. Shane Warne only having to run about 15 metres, couldn't get there.
This time Dahiya's got it in the middle of the bat and he's found the gap.
Crowd loving this boundary spree. Just trying to hit it nice and square on this occasion, not trying to hit it to mid-wicket. Nice shot, one bounce over. Dangerous start to the over for Australia.
Lehman is at long off.
Lovely sweep shot in the air.
Struck well, but Andrew Symonds in the way.
One of the world's best fieldsmen, Andrew Symonds. And no danger for him letting it go past himself. So just 3 balls remaining. And I guess psychologically at least, India would like to get another 8 runs off the 3 balls.
26 fours and 2 sixes for India. Ganguly hitting both the sixes. Nathan, oh, here's the run out. The easiest run out of all time. Yuvraj Singh had stopped and was actually going to go back to make his ground, and suddenly he took off again and fell over.
Finished up getting on his heels, and that's why he slipped. And when he slipped, he just conceded because Nathan Bracken took off. Then realised that there was no contest. So batsman looking for a bye. Gilchrist doing the right thing, throwing it. And fortunately for Gilchrist, he missed the stumps. Bracken looks around and sees that the man's having a pitch that many thought would only see around about 210 to 220 runs. Did pretty well to finish at 6 for 265 off their allocated 50 overs, although a little bit lazy in the last 10 overs, adding just 48. But VVS Laxman, his first one-day international 100, and boy was he tired at the end of it. Very hot and humid conditions. He got himself 101. Ganguly finally back into some form with 74, but the big wicket, Nathan Bracken, consecutive matches he got the champion out. Sachin Tendulkar caught behind, slashing at a wide one for just 12, and Badani and Singh did a little bit of damage towards the end. For Australia, well, it was Glenn McGrath and Nathan Bracken who opened. Bracken again showed what wonderful promise he has. 10 overs, 1 for 37. Ian Harvey, a couple of wickets. Andrew Symonds, 8 overs, 1 for 40. A good comeback after an early pasting. So Australia needs 266 off 50 overs to win at a run rate of 5.32 runs per over. Let's go to the first ball of Australia's innings. It's Yavagal Srinath to the man in form, Matthew Hayden.
I must say I'm a little surprised to see Gilchrist out there, but he bounded out of the dressing room doing a little jig to get loosened up, so obviously he feels well enough to open the batting. That's good news for Australia. I'm sure they wouldn't want to change the batting order too much, but having seen VVS Laxman a very weary man after his innings. It is extremely humid. Almost a perfect start there for India. Matthew Hayden really going after that one.
We saw the first ball this morning to Ganguly, which was an edge to 4. Very close to doing that was Matthew Hayden. Exactly the fashion Adam Gilchrist was dislodged in the last innings.
Just a little bit of movement. We saw some of the Australian bowlers swing the ball early on. Ian Harvey got it to swing a bit. Glenn McGrath also. India posting a very good target, 265. VVS Laxman with his first one-day international 100, and Ganguly with a welcome return to form. Wasn't easy out there for the bowlers, but Nathan Bracken did a good job, got rid of Sachin Tendulkar, and also Ian Harvey finished well with a couple of wickets, and Andrew Simons took a pounding bowling his medium paces, but significantly he came back later in the innings bowling his off spin and really troubled the lower order players, turning the ball quite a lot. Excellent shot from Hayden. Not long before he's middling the ball once again.
He's a powerful driver of the cricket ball, Matthew Hayden. Again, the line was very consistent outside the off stump. Not too wide, just a little fuller than his earlier deliveries, which was enough for a man in form to hit. Good front foot forward.
Edged and just short of VVS Laxman at first slip.
This is good cricket by India. Again, the line was good just outside the off stump. They're looking to pick up wickets early. It's not really all about containment out there. So Gilchrist just edging that one, falling well short of VVS Laxman. Ball hitting the soil, just deviating ever so slightly. Not too short, but just short of that first slip fielder, VVS Laxman.
Oh, inside edge, there's no one down there, so you don't need to even waste any energy running for that. Very fortunate that missed the stumps.
It's getting some sideways movements there, Irkan. Here's the first one that fell short of VVS Laxman. Again, the ball leaving the left-hander ever so slightly. And on the second occasion, the ball immediately following that one came in. And fortunate Gilchrist that he didn't play that one onto his stumps. So often that can happen. But 4 runs.
Worth a shout. Turned down by umpire Gomez. Well, that's a magnificent shot. Wasn't that short? It's got an eye like a dead fish.
Well, there was something he had to do, Gilchrist. The Indians were consistent with the line and length, and a good field also set for that kind of line. So just to get the bowler unsettled, taking a bit of a risk and relying, as Ian Chappell pointed out, on a good eye. That's a good shot there. Matthew Hayden. The good comeback delivery by Srinath. He stuck to the same line. The stock line that he has looked to bowl just outside the off stump. The shot previous to this ball was with the intention of unsettling Srinath. Nothing of that sort. The comeback delivery, good line.
Another inside edge misses leg stump. No luck for the opening bowlers in this spell.
Could be the pace on the pitch, which is not fast. That's getting the Australian batsman to play maybe a little too early. And playing a little wide is purely because the line has been wide outside the off stump. So anything that doesn't really angle away, the Indian bowlers have a chance. A couple of occasions the Australian batsmen have been lucky. But good bowling here by Srinath. No chance for the wicketkeeper.
Good shot. No one down there. There's a man at deep backward square, but not at fine leg.
Just a bit too close to the batsman and short in length. So that was really an easy pick for Matthew Hayden. Just too close to the kind of field that he has.
Oh, what a good shot that is. Way back over the ball boy's head. Beautifully hit. That's the 1,000 runs on the tour for Matthew Hayden.
And the runs came in grand style for Matthew Hayden. 4 boundaries and a 6. It was a tremendous shot. Played ever so casually. And to a fast bowler. Just went through the line, Matthew Hayden. What a great shot that is. Got a very still head that really is a feature of his batting, especially when playing those pull shots and the lofted shots. A very still head.
That's well run, Ganguly, and he's hit them, but Hayden's well home.
Didn't quite see any of the Indian fielders appealing for that one, but the umpire has gone for a TV replay. Comfortably made.
That's 4 more. So the run's coming pretty easily at the moment for the Australians. In the commentary position now, Ravi Shastri with Tony Gregg.
Yes, thanks Ian. That's certainly money for jam out there. Matthew Hayden bowled it short outside off stump. Boy, does he love the cut shot. And this is an example of it.
Yes, he's not had much of the strike in this innings. It's been dominated by Hayden. 32 balls as against the 11 that has been played by Adam Gilchrist.
In the air and another for another short delivery. This is not very good bowling by India. They've done their stuff with the bat, but at the moment the bowlers are letting the team down. Well, it's nicely struck down the ground again. Back for the second.
Yes, you could see Sourav Ganguly shaking his head at the end of the last over. The field that has been set here for Adam Gilchrist is wanting him to play off the front foot, and he's lethal on anything that's short. He already cut Zahir Khan earlier in the over, and then the pull shot. And Zahir Khan is bowling to Gilchrist. There's a man at short extra cover, so the captain's plans are pretty obvious. He wants him to play forward, drive through the offside, and he's not a happy man.
That's where Nathan Bracken was very good for the Australians today. A lot of very experienced bowlers around him, but he was the one who stuck to the basics. Bowled a good length and a good line, and as a result, oh, there's another short ball. It's disappeared. Well, I think it was 1 bounce for 4, but surely the Indians must realise that this is not the way to go to these two.
Well, just shows you the kind of form Matthew Hayden is in. He's just dismissed this delivery from his presence. Just short of a length from Srinath, but he's onto it in a flash. In fact, hitting it off the front foot, just heaving it over mid-wicket, and it almost went all the way. Dismissive stroke.
Oh, and that was close to the outside edge. He's also a little bit deceptive, sometimes a little quicker than he looks.
It's good line and a very good length here to Adam Gilchrist. We've already mentioned he's such a good player of the back foot. He likes to cut and pull. The length wasn't quite right there to play that cut shot.
Oh, we're over the top, and what a good shot. It's into the fence. Just short or just over? It looked as if it went all the way. Well, what timing that is. I tell you what, at the moment, if they receive a dot ball, it's the next one's got to go. This was a beautiful shot.
Yes, the Australians realise the importance of these early overs, and they're putting the pressure on all the bowlers. This is Agarkar's first over. Good use of his feet, and he didn't give the charge early. He was good with the timing of stepping down the track.
In the air, into the gap, and another four. The fours are coming thick and fast.
Well, he's looking to angle the ball across the left-hander here, Agarkar. It just gives the batsman a little extra room on this occasion. And Gilchrist went after this, but this was the six that he hit earlier. Lovely charge down the track, and then he slapped this one over point. There's no one in the deep, so Agarkar might just be thinking of coming round the wicket at some stage to the left-handers, try and tuck them up.
Well, they've raced to 64 without loss. This is the 10th over now. And another one into the gap on the offside. That wasn't there to drive, really. It was almost a flat back. Oh, it looked as if he was going to cut the ball, and just kept going. As they've taken the view that in the first 15, it's going to be me or him.
Again, the width offered. It allows Gilchrist to free his arms and punish the bowler through the offside. Once again, the placement good. You have to reach out here, Gilchrist, but he's done well.
In the air, got him. Oh yes, well taken, one-handed. Whoa! At last, Laxman. Correction, it's Ganguly with Laxman's shirt on. I tell you what, it surprised him. It went like a rocket at him. He put his hands up and hit his right hand. That's the wrong hand for him. It absolutely hit the middle of the hand. Boy, what an important catch that was.
In the end, a tremendous catch. This not easy to take. This has come out flat at him. The crowd in the background, and he's plucked it out of thin air with that right hand. And what a wicket for India. Against the run of play, Hayden's gone. The Indian captain has taken a great catch. Australia 70 for 1.
Gilchrist on 34. Ponting is the new batsman. Coming out to a ground now that has come alive. They were starting to feel a little depressed, I think. Hayden was going wonderfully well. And he blazed one away at mid-on. And the captain of India, who's having a wonderful game, made 74 and managed to latch onto this catch. I've got to tell you, it was going like a rocket. Righto, Ponting.
I think Sourav Ganguly will be most relieved that he got that right hand out just in time. It's never easy to sight balls that come at you this hard and flat when there's a massive crowd. And he's misjudged it here. The ball seems to be going away from him, but he keeps his eyes on the ball all the time, and that's made the difference. He stuck out that right hand just in the nick of time. And an important breakthrough for India.
Oh, Ponting's got one away. So he's off the mark with a 4 as well. It's just getting back to that catch. I just wonder whether it swerved a little on him. It definitely looked as if he was going to his left, and then the ball, it seemed, swerved a bit and he had to take it on his right. Either that or he just misjudged it. But watch this. He's going one way there to his left, and then he ends up having to catch it, and ends up catching it in one hand. In fact, in two fingers.
But firmly struck by Hayden. He's done well there. Slight error in judgment, but the important thing was he kept his eyes on the ball.
Yes, there are defining moments in matches. One was when he was given out. This may well be another one. This does tell the story. He goes away to his left there and ends up catching it in his right hand. And up she goes. I think he was very relieved. That was a very loose shot. A good delivery just outside off stump. Well, the Indians are back in business. Wickets in quick succession. Hayden gone, and now Ponting on his way.
Well, a double strike for Srinath and India here. The width was there, the length was there too for the drive. Ponting a little late on the shot. Gets the outside edge. Bhaiya makes no mistake. And India picked up another wicket. Srinath is second of the over, 74 for 2.
In the air, oh! And into the gap. Well, they've had a little bit of luck, there's no doubt about that, but if you really chance your arm and hit it hard, very often you get away with it.
Yes, a loose delivery to start off from Harbhajan. Not often you see him starting off with a delivery that's short and wide. Gilchrist has pounced onto it. Just for a moment he must have had his heart in his mouth when he saw it going up in the air. Luckily for him, it was in the gap.
Oh, he's beaten the outside edge. Dropped by the keeper, Daya. Yes, just to give you some idea of the comparison here, look at this. The Australians have really charged India. However, expect that little yellow curve to just start to dip now. Yes, I think that what you can expect to see, you can expect to see it to come back to the fold now, especially if they get another wicket. You lose a couple of wickets, then all of a sudden things tend to slow down. Well, he's got that away fine for 4, so that's already 8 runs off the over. It's amazing. Gilchrist and Hayden, the way they've got things moving out there is just quite incredible.
Yes, this is why it's so dangerous, Adam Gilchrist. Even though he's beaten a couple of times in an over, he'll still be always on the lookout to put the bat ball away. The pressure is always on the bowler, knowing that he has very little margin for error. There's 2 men allowed outside the circle.
Well, that's well bowled. Back for the second.
And he's very good through there. Off the hip. And another boundary. So the Australians really hurting the Indians with the amount of boundaries that have been scored today already. 14 boundaries.
A bit of good fortune for Sourav Ganguly. That first wicket looked as though he might have been struggling to pick it up against the background. Was going to his left. Either that or the ball was curving a little bit. Finished up really just stuck in one hand.
Again, it's ripped away. Square leg is... will he get to it? No, he won't. In fact, the man has been moved around to just behind square leg, so the boundaries continue to flow. So Gilchrist brings up his 50. in just the 13th over. So a very fine innings from Adam Gilchrist. There's some good Australian supporters who have been following the team right throughout the tour.
We didn't see much of the strike early on Adam Gilchrist, so these runs have really come with a rush.
In the air, and no fine legs. The fine leg is up catching, so Gilchrist is happy to just wander around with the ball and hit it in the air over fine legs. So the 100 up for Australia in the 15th over.
Well, this has been a nightmare for our Gurkha. 7 deliveries have cost him 21. Most of them from boundaries hit by Adam Gilchrist. Wasn't a great line when you consider that fine leg is up. He's got to be full and at the stumps at the moment.
Good running by Bevan. Brilliant piece of running. Hot conditions. Took the fieldsman on and got it easily.
The Australians must be pretty happy about the situation at the moment, because there's a bit of help there in the pitch. And I think with that sort of help there, they really should be trying to force the Australians to be more aggressive.
Flat to long on. So the Indian captain does it well. An appeal because it must have hit the pad first. Gilchrist wants the side screen fixed and put together. So no problems there for the umpire to make that decision. Bit of a gap in the side screen.
Well, Harbhajan did get Gilchrist in the test like that, hitting the pad first. On that occasion it was well outside the line of off.
And Gilchrist tries for the sweep. Now he may have got a little bottom edge onto that as it goes away towards the boundary. Have to wait the umpire's decision as to whether they are 3 runs or 3-leg byes. It's the latter. Gilchrist having a quiet chat to the umpire, saying, I think you might have robbed me of 3 runs, ump. Did Gilchrist get a bottom edge? Looked like it there, although by Gilchrist's reaction.
There will be a bit of spin for him. There's a bit of taping on his little finger on the right hand. So just talking to the batsman and finding out whether it's okay. And Michael Bevan doesn't seem to mind.
That's good running. He makes it look easy, Michael Bevan, when it comes to running between the wickets. So quick on that first run.
The moment he played it, he knew there were at least 2 in it. Look how quickly he started the other end. And in the end, a comfortable stroll. For the moment, the Australians picking up easy singles. Make it a couple. 134 for 2.
Again, excellent running. There's no one at mid-wicket. The fielders on the boundary on the onside are too deep. That gives Bevan the opportunity of picking up the 2s.
The ball hasn't gone outside the 30-yard circle. The keeper giving chase, but 2 comfortable runs.
It's bowled India. Tendulkar has struck. And such an important wicket. Gilchrist going back to cut, giving himself room. The ball has gone and hit the stumps, and Australia have lost their 3rd wicket. This could be an important breakthrough.
And could also be the turning point. Wicket number 99 for Sachin Tendulkar. Round the wicket is a line that Gilchrist is never comfortable against. This one, the straight through, which found its mark. But a good innings of 76 by Gilchrist, 142.
Yes, just to give you some idea of the strength of the Australian batting lineup, Lehman to come in next. then Simons, both of whom are considered to be recognised batsmen, and then Harvey, an all-rounder, and then the bowlers. So there's still a bit of batting to come. Oh, and that one patted away there by Steve Waugh, turned back out of the rough. And Tendulkar getting the odd delivery just to rear up a little bit. He's troubling Stephen Waugh. This could be a very significant spell.
Yes, and he's only into his 5th over, which is a good sign for India. India would assume, and I guess Australia as well, that if one of these 2 men is there at the end, Australia would win. So India must be thinking that to win, they have to get both these men out. They can't afford one to be there towards the end of the innings.
Oh, he's gone for the cut shot. Tendulkar is worrying Stephen Waugh.
Just a little bit of lack of bounce. Threw it out wide and it turned. I think Tendulkar's quite happy to be bowling his off-spinners.
A little bit quicker that time. That time he did get bat on the ball. Just watch a little puff of dust as this ball hits the turf. See the dust flying there as this pitch starts to break up. That's a good shot. Just a little wide from Tendulkar. Once again back for the second. Obviously inviting Stephen Waugh to cut, hoping that a little bit of inconsistent bounce and the spin may just result in an edge to the keeper. Oh, he's had a go at that one, and well, he gets away with it. Steve Waugh trying to pick this one up from just outside off stump. Very lucky there. That deflected back onto his leg and then just past the keeper there towards slip, so that could quite easily have deflected onto the stumps. Yuvraj. And then just after that, Tendulkar started to have a little bit of a glare at him. There was a little bit going on there, and just a little between Tendulkar and Waugh, and Steve Waugh was making one or two little gestures towards quite what that means. Obviously Tendulkar getting stuck in himself out there. He doesn't take too many backward steps either. This is what Waugh was doing.
Well, Steve Waugh starts most of it, so I don't think he can complain too much. So it's a battle royale out there at the moment. Exactly what you would expect in what has become a final, with the series locked at 2-all. Two world-class players at each other. Tendulkar with the ball in his hand, Steve Waugh with the bat in his hand. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, it's the guy that loses his head and then loses his wicket or bowls a long off that's the one that should cease from this sort of thing. That's a nice shot by Bevan. A little bit short there, steered away beautifully for 4. That really is a lovely shot. If you bowl it short outside off stump, spinning in, lovely shot, beautifully played. Just watch this.
He can play it because there is no slip in place. No point in the fieldsman and the bowler complaining about the lack of slip. Bevan knew that.
Oh, he's gone over the top there. That's very well played by Michael Bevan, and that was a short delivery. So Yuvraj, what is happening to him here is once and over he's bowling a short ball, and if you're going to do that to these two players, then unfortunately from India's point of view, they're going to take the 4 they require every over.
And Bevan can do that very well. He knew where the fieldsman was. He doesn't hit the ball in the air very often, but when he does, he knows exactly where the fieldsmen are.
Once again, Bevan putting the pressure on the fielder in the deep. That's the problem the Indians have had. The fielders in the deep have been right on the boundary line. And when you have someone like Bevan out there in the centre, there's always a chance of 2 being taken.
Well, the throw went to Steve Waugh's end, which was the right way to go, but it wasn't a good throw.
Again, very good placement. This is good, sensible batting by Michael Bevan.
Very good Yorker there from Zahir Khan. He excels at this delivery, but Michael Bevan was able to get the bat down very quickly. Zahir Khan realizing he's got to get the breakthrough. That's what he's been brought back to do.
And just a hint of swing there for him. That should encourage him. Coming back into the left-hander. He's gone for the big one here. And Agarkar coming underneath it. The catch is taken. Sachin Tendulkar has got the Australian captain. 100 wickets in one-day internationals. And this match still not over.
Well, they had a bit of a confrontation earlier on in the innings, and Tendulkar has had the final word in the battle.
And this is how Tendulkar got him.
Trying to drag that one from a long way outside off stump. It may not have turned. Might have been the one that goes straight on. Hence it hit out near the end of the bat, near the toe of the bat. And Agarkar always had it under control. Michael Bevan really hasn't done much in this innings in the way of lavish stroke making. I think it's time that Ganguly made him start to think about having to do a bit more than rather just push ones and twos. There's 2 fours for Bevan. Yes, it could be 3 pretty important overs if he can get a chance to have a crack at the lower part of the order. Harbhajan, he could still do a bit of damage in 3 overs. We've already seen Ian Harvey struggle against his bowling. Michael Bevan bringing up his 50. So India ideally would like to get a wicket in this Tendulkar's last over.
In the air, taken. He's got the wicket. Yuvraj Singh, the catcher. Third wicket for Tendulkar, and Australia have lost their 5th.
Well, that was a pretty good catch by Yuvraj Singh. The ball was hit hard, but it was hit to Yuvraj's left hand, and he was having to move at full stretch to take the catch on the run. That's a very good catch. Lehman will be disappointed that he didn't do more with that. It's 195 for 5.
And that's gone through. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal here. No signal from the umpire.
Well, what Andrew Simons tends to do against the off spinners is get towards the offside. On that occasion, he's played the sweep and got it right between the keeper's legs. But he does like to get towards the off stump and play on the onside. But he does it off the back foot, which is quite sensible. So I think Ganguly's got to get perhaps one more up into the circle, probably on the onside, and try and get Simons to hit over the top.
Again, he's got that fine. He'll look for 2 and get it easily. Could probably even get mid-off up in the ring. Try and tempt him to hit over the top, try and get a line outside the off stump.
Well, it doesn't take much to get Andrew Simons looking to hit over the top. That's what he loves to do. 200 coming up with that 2 runs to Simons. So I think that's what India have got to do. Try and force him to hit over the top early in his innings before he's really adjusted to the conditions.
He's a very powerful striker of the ball, Andrew Simons. When he hits it, it normally stays hit. And Andrew Simons has holed out into the deep. Going down the track, there was just one man in the outfield on the offside. He's found him. Dhoni, the catcher. Srinath striking with his first delivery of a new spell. And Australia have lost their 6th wicket.
Well, a change of ball probably made that one carry a little further. Maybe that's why Andrew Simons thought he'd go over the top with the harder ball, but it just swung a little bit, just enough to catch out near the outside edge of the bat, and an easy catch there for Dhoni. It's 202 for 6.
Not even close. Not even close.
Well, he got away with the wide, Harbhajan Singh. The Indians going for a loud appeal. And Michael Bevan is baffled, and rightly so. That was wide. But everybody under pressure now, including the umpires. They're getting close. Tendulkar 3 for 35 with his off spinners. Could be a run out here. No.
Boy, Bevan wanted the second one, and it would have been close. It would have, mind you, it would have needed the direct hit, and it's unlikely Bevan would have been run out. He's so fast. You look at him go. He wanted to. Harvey knows what he's about. Back he comes, then says no, and I think it was sensible. And eventually the throw was held back. So trying to put pressure on the fielders, one. Number two, making sure they don't lose another wicket too soon now. They really want to have a few in hand when they get a little bit closer to the target. 205 they've got. 61 to win at 6.3 and over. Bevan going beautifully.
A lot of talking going on. Michael Bevan just had a word with Harvey. Harbhajan Singh getting a few field adjustments going. Yuvraj Singh moves to point, and Srinath, who was at point, moves to cover. Every run counts.
That's runs. That's beaten everything. Probably just a little flick of the pad there as it went down the leg side. Harbhajan Singh thought it was very close to the leg stump, or perhaps even to LBW. Mind you, the Indians are appealing for absolutely everything. It was an overspin delivery. And just a little glance of the pad there. Good job too, because it was very close to the leg stump.
Trying to play the sweep to a full-length delivery. That's dangerous.
In the air, down the ground. Bevan will want to. Back he comes, comfortably home.
This is the only way he can play. Ian Harvey likes to hit through the line. It's not the right kind of pitch to play those shots. Hitting it in the air. And Harbhajan Singh really has a chance of picking up this batsman. Bit too short that time.
That's nicely played, beautifully played into the gap. He'll get two easily. The twos are really valuable. Bevan keeping his head.
With Harvey out there in the middle, one would have expected the off-spinner to bowl at this stage. Maybe he's kept Harbhajan one over as his last lethal weapon in the closing stages.
This will be close if he hits. Oh, he's hit, he's hit. He's got to ask the question. This will be close. This will be close. I think, mind you, it's Bevan. He's ever so fast, and normally with Bevan, he surprises everyone by getting home. What do you think, Sanjay?
Direct hit. So you never know with direct hits. He's the quickest runner between the wickets in the world. And the ball hits the stump, and the bat is behind the foot of Ajit Agarkar. For a moment I thought it was in the air. I think it's firmly grounded.
He's not out. He is incredible. He is so fast. Great throw. Anyone else I reckon would have been struggling there. Look at this throw. really let it go. He was a long way out when the throw was coming in. Bat down, short of the crease. Youngsters, watch this. Over the line it goes. That is magnificent running.
Well, it could have had the TV umpire fooled for a while because the bat was hidden behind the foot of Ajit Agarkar. And just for a moment, I thought the bat was in the air. But as you could see from that second replay, that he was nice and clear.
Yes, I think you were hoping, Sanjay. Oh, he's hit that one away down to square leg. It's a short delivery which has been magnificently played away, and that single shot brings everything back to square again. 41 runs to win off 41 balls.
Been a long time since the last boundary, 84 balls. Michael Bevan has been really taking it a lot easy now, but this one quite short. And was looking to come down the pitch, realized it was very short.
Pulled that away down to the boundary. This could be 4. That's a very good shot again. Short delivery. That time beautifully played away by Harvey. That's 11 runs off that over. A great over for Australia. Oh, that's a magnificent shot. It's going way into the stands. That's a real big 6. Michael Bevan deciding that he's going to have a go at Harbhajan Singh. And, well, that 11 runs off the over of Javagal Srinath might have been the first nail in the coffin. I think that 6 may be the second.
It took a bit of a risk dragging this one from outside the off stump, but he hit it well. There is a bit of spin in the pitch, but the man is well set.
Wide outside off stump. That one's cut away for another single. So 20 runs to get off 27 deliveries.
This is a great shot. It's dragged from outside the off stump against the spin and looking to hit in the air at all times. That went a fair distance.
Was it ever a great shot? Bevan to 74. 20 of 27. 4 wickets in hand. It's an indoor. Harvey had all sorts of problems with Harbhajan. He bowled that overspin ball from over the wicket. Got that one away fine. Running away down towards the boundary. Bevan will want 3 here. No, he won't. Settles for 2.
Got rid of the ball quickly, Ajit Agarkar.
Oh, and that one just nipped back a little bit. The slow delivery, well left.
When we came this morning to the stadium, there was a bit of concern about the pitch. And of course, this venue has never been a high-scoring one. 229, the highest score before today's game. Good slow delivery by Agarkar. But then India got 265. And the Australians seemed like they will reach that score. But this man has, this match has been exceptional.
Right, so it's just a question of picking up the singles now and steering the ball through the gaps. I suppose the main thing, they don't have to go and do anything silly. 14 to win off 22 deliveries. What a performance this has been. It really has been an outstanding performance by the Australians. It's been very, very hot here in Goa, hot and very humid. Another single. And once again having a go at Bevan down the other end. They won't get him, that's for sure. He's just too quick.
But they're making sure that he doesn't relax too much. And in this heat, they're getting him to really sprint the singles. Yuvraj Singh again looking for a direct hit. And getting Michael Bevan to really stretch and work hard for every run.
Off to get 20 balls to go. Bevan looking up. Harvey was on his way. Good running by Harvey. He really has worked well with Bevan today. He didn't hit too good with the ball turning, but Harbhajan Singh had lots of overs. One of the problems I think that India have had here is that they've lacked one spinner. They played the extra quick bowler. An extra spinner might have made a difference.
good to see the Indians still working hard. They've not given up. And again, an Australian batsman had to really stretch for another run. It's been a good approach by the Indians in the closing stages. The match running away from them. They are fighting it out there.
Straight down the ground. Magnificent shot from Harvey. Boy, he's starting to warm to this task as well. A lovely straight drive for 4. It's the end of the over. It's 2:59 for 6. When it's as hot as it is here, and you've already fielded, charged around in the field for 50 overs, you really need, I think I mentioned before, you need to be pretty fit, but you've got to be mentally good too. And that's one of the reasons why Bevan is such a magnificent player when it comes to chasing a total. Started by scoring 7 off 25 balls, setting himself up for just this. Straight down the ground for 4. He's absolutely smashed that. It would be appropriate actually if Michael Bevan hit the winning runs here. The scores are level now. 1 run to get to win, 14 balls to do it. And Michael Bevan, well, you can take a bow. This has been a superb performance.
Tony, you talked about 2 nails in the coffin. I think this is the final one. India is done with this clobber by Michael Bevan.
That's it. It's all over. Bevan has hit that one over the top of cover. A magnificent performance, Michael Bevan. And congratulations to this Australian team, chasing a big score here in Goa. Have come back in fantastic form, really. Michael Bevan, such a hero in situations like this. The Australians win by 4 wickets, and they win the Pepsi Cup 2001 3-2. And have a look at the Indians. They're all coming over to Michael Bevan and giving him a pat on the back. And the Australians, they're a pretty happy bunch. They copped it in the Test series, but they've come out here in the one-dayers, come from behind, and taken out this tournament.
As far as the Indians are concerned, they've lost the one-day series, but I'm sure they've made their supporters very proud with the way they've played. They won the Test series, and that was most entertaining to watch, and one-day cricket had to live up to the expectations that the Test series generated, and we've seen an enthralling one-day series as well. So everybody out there applauding, standing up to applaud these players who provided us with some excellent cricket over the last few weeks. Michael Bevan, the hero for today. Ian Harvey gave good company, and a jubilant Australian camp with the captain out there right in the front.
Australia chasing 266 for victory, did it with 4 wickets in hand and 2 overs to spare, primarily thanks to Michael Bevan, regarded by Steve Waugh as the world's best one-day player. He finished not out on 87 off just 113 balls. Adam Gilchrist and Matthew Hayden got Australia away to a very good start. Ricky Ponting continued his poor tour, and Steve Waugh slogged 17. But Ian Harvey, perhaps one of his most important innings for Australia, gave plenty of the strike back to Michael Bevan in the tight last overs. So Australia winning by 4 wickets with 2 overs to spare. For India, 3 wickets apiece to Srinath and Sachin Tendulkar. And gee, you can't keep Tendulkar out of the match. It's either runs or it's wickets, but not much else for the Indians, and that's why Australia was able to get the 5.62 runs per over to win the match. Time now to go to the presentation. Ravi Shastri is there.
I'd first like to ask Sourav Ganguly to come up, please. Well, Sourav, bad luck, 267, a good score, you had your chances.
Oh, I thought it was a good score, but I still, at the end of the 50th over, I thought we were 20 runs short. We were 218 for 2 in the 48th, and I thought we played a little badly in the last 10. We lost the game in the last 10 and the first 15. I thought we bowled too short.
Too many boundaries in those first 15 overs when you were bowling?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's been their strength, cut and pull, and we just kept on feeding them. We got to learn from it.
But when you got 3 wickets in a hurry in the middle of the innings, Australian innings, you must have fancied your chances then.
Yeah, obviously, you know, we knew we had to pick wickets to win this game. We picked up 3 wickets. We got back into the game, but then they changed the ball and got a very hard, more or less a semi-new ball. I think that took the game away from us.
What was the pitch like for today's game?
Well, it stopped a bit in the first 10 overs, but then it became better after that. It was a pitch which was stopping. I thought we should have bowled better.
Tough cricket in the last 2 months. You won the Test series, you lost the one-day series, a close one. What are the positives to have come out for India from the last 2 months?
Oh, we've played very well right throughout the series. I congratulate my boys for the way they fought back every game, test series and the one-days. We were playing a good side who have been winning games in the past when they came to India. And I'm very happy with the way we played, especially Lakshman, Harbhajan, Sachin, Rahul, all of us. And I thank them all for the way they've played, the way they fought this series. John, Andrew, Mr. Chetan Chauhan. I thought it was a great team effort. We sad that we didn't win the one-day series, but we go with a lot of positives from this test and one-day series.
Played a lot of cricket in the last few months. Looking forward to the rest?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be good 2 months off. We will get some time to think about Zimbabwe because that's what my aim is, to win a series abroad. I think we have the side to do that. If we get a bit disciplined and work hard on the game, I don't think that would be impossible.
Well, good luck for the future, Saurav.
Thanks, Rory. Thanks.
Saurav Ganguly, the captain of the Indian team. Now the Pepsi Trophy, and Steve Waugh, if we can come up, please, and collect the Pepsi Cup from the Honourable Chief Minister of Goa. The Pepsi Cup from Mr. Manohar Parrikar, who will present the Pepsi Cup to the winning captain, Steve Waugh. Australia winning the series 3-2. Well, Steve, many congratulations. Tough match. Your boys came good under pressure.
Yeah, it's a very pleasing result. We played really well today. The wicket wasn't easy, and some spectacular batting from Michael Bevan at the end got us through. Proved why he's the best one-day batsman in the world.
267 was never going to be easy because the ball was stopping on the batsman, was turning as well.
Yeah, it was a difficult wicket. We probably thought about 250 was pretty much a pass score. So we, you know, it's a really good chase to get 267 on that wicket against you know, some spin bowlers. So it was a really gutsy performance.
First 15 overs crucial, the way Gilchrist and Hayden, the start they got you off to?
Yeah, they got us off to a great start, and probably without that we would have struggled to get the run. So the opening partnership was crucial, the way they went about it, and scored quickly and probably relieved the pressure a little bit for the middle order.
2 months in India. You're happy with the way things have gone? You lost the test series, but you came back well in the one-day series, but a good education for some of the youngsters on this trip.
Good education for everyone. Look, we gave it our best shot. I'm very pleased with our commitment and our you know, intensity, and we gave 100% every game. We weren't quite good enough in the tests, and I'm very pleased the way we come back in the one-days, because it would have been easy to sort of you know, get down about things 2-1 down. To win 3-2 is a very good performance.
Thoughts for the future? You got the Ashes tour coming up.
Look, we're looking for 5 or 6 weeks rest to start with, but the Ashes series is, you know, it's a great series for any Australian player to be a part of. But we've learned a lot of things here from the subcontinent. Hopefully, when we come back next time, or the players that come back, we can win a Test series here.
Happy with the facilities and the crowds that have turned up for the Test matches as well as the one-day games?
Look, I think everything's been outstanding. You know, the facilities have been great. The wickets have been, you know, challenging, but I think they've been very good overall. And the people have welcomed us here, so we've had a great tour. Thank you.
Well done, Steve, today, and good luck for the future.
Thank you.
Steve Waugh, the captain of the Australian team. Well, now next to me is the gentleman who will be the adjudicator for the man of the match and the man of the series. First, the man of the match, Cammy Smith, your choice and the reasons for it.
First of all, let me congratulate Australia on winning this well-contested Pepsi series. Today's game was a real thriller. For India, Ganguly came good. He got a well-played 74. And again, he got 100. What's his name?
VVS Lakshman.
VVS Lakshman again. He played very well for this 100. But for Australia, they were off to a good start. And Gilchrist, he played well for 76. But then towards the end, Bevan, he ran like a hare. He played a truly match-winning effort. Michael Bevan, man of the match.
Michael Bevan, the man of the match in today's game. Outstanding effort that has helped Australia to a 4-wicket win. And Michael, if you can go up to the stage and collect the Pepsi man of the match trophy, that will be given by Mr. Ramesh Menon. And there's also a cheque for 35,000 rupees, which will be given by Mr. Shannon Gomes. So 35,000 rupees and the Pepsi man of the match trophy. Well, Michael, well done. They call you the Terminator, and you delivered for Australia today.
Yeah, I did my best. I was lucky when I came in that Gilly and Haydos gave me a good start, so it was quite slow, the pitch, so it gave me a bit of time to sort of work out what shots I could play and how to pace the innings.
The fact that you had got off to a great start and the required run rate was always under 6, that must have helped.
Yeah, that was a big help, and that's generally the way it goes over here. You score sort of most of your runs in the first 15 overs when the ball's hard and you know the outfield's quick. So.
There was a period for about 15 or 16 overs when you didn't get a boundary. Australia didn't get a boundary. What was going through your mind at that stage?
I just tried to keep it at 6 or under, and as soon as it got under just above 6, then we could make a move. And the grounds over here are quite small, so if you do need to sort of take the spinners on and try and go over the top, there is a chance you can do that, I suppose.
The situation was tight when Ian Harvey came out to the centre. What did you tell him?
Oh, Harves is a really good stroke maker, so I just tried to tell him to be here at the end, and if he's here at the end, we'll get the runs that we need.
You just came out here for the one-day series. You've enjoyed that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I enjoy playing for Australia full stop, and I enjoy being part of a winning team.
Well done, Michael, and good luck for the future.
Thanks, Rob.
Michael Bevan, the man of the match in today's game. So he gets the Pepsi trophy and a cheque for 35,000 rupees. And now the big award, the man of the series. And Cammy Smith, once again, is the adjudicator. Cammy, your choice.
Yes, this was not a series for bowlers. Just one bowler got 10 wickets, but he was expensive. That was McGrath. So is the batsman who came into line for this man of the series. There were 3 contenders, Tendulkar, VVS Lachman and Hayden. But Hayden, who only played 4 innings, he scored the highest in the series, 310. Hayden, man of the series.
Yes, he's had a fantastic tour of India. Matthew Hayden, man of the series. And he'll collect the Pepsi Man of the Series trophy from Mr. Dayanand Narvekar, and a cheque of 50,000 rupees as well. Mr. Ravi Jaipuria will handle the trophy to him, and a cheque of 50,000 rupees. And some more money there for you, Matt. Well done, fantastic tour of India, over 1,000 runs, and did you expect it to go the way it did?
Yeah, it was really an amazing tour, Rav. I think full credit goes to the Indian supporters. I think every game has been packed to the rafters, and it makes our job so much easier and so much better when you've got such magnificent supporters we've been shown right the way through India.
Must be enjoyable batting with Adam Gilchrist at the top of the order in a one-day game.
Absolutely, he's a dynamic player, and he's always sort of looking to score runs quickly, so it does make your job very easy, yes.
Now, when you started the tour, you didn't get too many runs in the first-class games before the Test series, but then you really came good in the Test matches. What do you think was the turning point?
I think obviously just the situations of the games demanded that someone sort of get a big score, and I think mainly I just started really enjoying the tour. I started relaxing into the Indian experience, and I guess for an Australian coming over here, it's a very different cultural experience, and once you start relaxing and enjoying the opportunities that you're given, I think that was the key.
It was great on your part. You were not in the original one-day side, but because of your effort in the Test series, you were included, and you've justified the selectors.
Yeah, I think, Ravi, it's just been a dream come true. 2 weeks ago, I was on a plane home. At that stage, I probably wouldn't have argued, but it was a great opportunity to get the opportunity, obviously, to play for one-day cricket for Australia again. Is just something that I've been looking forward to for a long time, and to be part of a winning series now as well makes it that much more worthwhile.
So plenty of fond memories to take back in these last 2 months.
Look, I think it's just been an amazing time. I've personally learned a lot from this trip. The people have been outstanding the whole way through in the hotels and every venue that we've been at. We've enjoyed the success, and we've enjoyed the disappointments as well. And I guess that's what cricket's all about, really, when you get in a situation where a great side is humbled here by a really, really tight Indian outfit as well.
Well, Matt, well done. Have a good career, and thanks for the entertainment.
Thanks, Ravi. Thank you.
Matthew Hayden, man of the series, a fantastic tour of India, over 1,000 runs in Test matches and one-day international.